So there are many updates in War Tycoon which we would like to receive in the near future, and recently War Tycoon developers have actually been listening to us a lot and actually leaking and also adding stuff which we've been asking for quite frequently. So you guys know the drill. Today we are back with the most wanted updates in War Tycoon, where I go for you guys' top suggestions in the Gizmotech Discord server, and if you do enjoy this series and would like to see some more, make sure to get 500 likes under this video. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. Alrighty, so here we have it, the suggestion number 1. Mega servers. Add the ability to teleport to mega servers, which will be much bigger than the normal ones that will fit all those names. So this is kind of like a perfect example of the military alphabet. I really do love what you got over here, and I feel like if they are actually going to be adding a bigger map, which we all asked for, which has been leaked recently, then I believe the amount of people that will be able to go into the game will actually be way bigger. So I feel like having bigger servers will definitely get the job done. I feel like we're probably going to be getting this at some point, but I really do love the suggestion, and I hope that developers will also listen to this. Also, funny fact, I really hope that the maps will also be having some kind of rotation, because that will be even cooler. Anyway, let's just jump into the next suggestion. Okay, so here we have another suggestion, which is make the spin like the old one, being only 8 parts, then 10 after getting all the gun skins from it, and we don't need 2 million cash. I completely agree with this. I feel like I don't know why they just give us 2 million cash over here. Like, the cash just regenerates in War Tycoon so insanely quickly, considering the multipliers as well, to the point like there's not even any point of giving us the 2 million cash. Like, genuinely, nobody actually wants to see this, and I don't know why the 2 million cash is there. Like, overall, even the cash as a whole shouldn't be there. I feel like this area of the cash should actually be replaced with these medals, because the medals are actually helpful in the game, and the cash is only okay for beginners, which they can receive very easily from other sources. Alrighty, so next over here, make the bomb explosion radius bigger and buff its damage. Currently, its radius is as big as an explosive sniper shot. It's really hard to aim, and the radius is too small. Buff the bombs. The damage given doesn't change if the bomb is dropped away, but the target is in the radius. And also change the 3D explosion effect of the bombs. Yeah, I feel like the bombs are just the explosions in the game are really not that good. I feel like they're pretty much unrealistic, especially when the vehicles explode. It doesn't really feel like an explosion. I feel like the explosion should just have way better graphics and actually better 3D effects. I mean, I guess the reason why the effects as they are now is because they're old effects, but also we have to take into consideration that this is Roblox and many users also don't want to be lagging a lot. So I would completely understand if they don't add this, but this is still a really nice suggestion. Definitely a thumbs up. Okay, so here is 2 suggestions. Please don't add the AI thing. I don't want me and my other friends suddenly disrupted by goddamn AI. Yeah, I completely agree with this. I feel like just having AI enemies would actually disrupt the flow of the game. And another suggestion over here is please never add a battle pass. We do not want this game to turn into money grabber like Combat Wars, and they added this stupid battle pass. Yeah, I feel like battle passes would not really get the job done for War Tycoon, especially from the fact that most battle passes in most games that we do play are obviously premium and we have to spend Robux on it, etc. So I feel like just copying the Fortnite battle pass system would just not really get the job done in War Tycoon. So I feel like just being able to get the vehicles as we are right now, or really anything in the game, it doesn't really need a battle pass. War Tycoon is great and doing great as it is. Okay, so next up we have ourselves add realistic side to Javelin, and this is something I've been talking about a little bit more recently. I feel like the way that Javelin is right now, it just doesn't really work. First of all, the Javelin is pretty much terrible now because of the environment as a whole. We have to get on very high hills to actually be able to shoot our opponents with the Javelin, but I feel like just changing the UI of the Javelin would also be really cool. Next over here is add a forest to fight in. I feel like forest would work very well, but only one circumstance, that we do receive more green suits in the game, because if we don't have enough green suits, then people are just going to end up using green skins, and I feel like it's better to add something that's like fits with the environment more than just the desert environment, because there's a lot of suits in the game that do work with the desert environment, but nothing really works with the forest one. So if they are willing to add this into the new map, it would be really cool, but just make sure to add some more clothing to the game. Okay, so here we have ourselves a new map idea. Sorry if you mind bad drawing skills, by the way, no worries. Capture points. The new map will feature 3 capture points. Point A, aircraft carrier, heavy AA defense, $50,000 reward, can heal planes and helicopters if owned. I really do love this idea. I feel like we should be able to actually heal our planes and helicopters, because there's no such feature right now. Point B city, medium defenses, $25,000 reward. Point C military base, heavy ground defense, 45k reward, and can heal helicopters on the helipad. Airport, the airport is located right underneath the city. It can heal airplanes and helicopters. The airport won't be owned by Point B, meaning it's pretty much independent. Biomes, the new map will upgrade from 16 bases to 20 red dots. Different biomes will include desert, jungle, woodland, forest, and a snow hill one. The green dots around the map are oil barrels. There are now 6 rebirths, and yeah, his drawing isn't the best, which I completely understand. I really like this idea overall, because instead of having like so much watery areas on the sides of the map, it's better to have the water areas in the middle, because if you guys can see right here, the vehicles that are actually water vehicles are now kind of becoming so much more useful, because look, they could just go around the middle of the map over here, and they do get to actually attack every base from the side. So if the bases were to be flipped the other way around, and then we have ourselves deserts on the side, the snow hills and jungles, I really do love this idea. Please, Wartime developers, since you're working on a new map, take this into consideration. Okay, so next up over here, make the car version of the DeLorean better. Once you transform into a car, make the UI change to the land vehicle one, and also once in land mode, make it so it won't emit that loud flying sound. Also, maybe you should make the car mode a bit faster. I feel like the car mode for the DeLorean as a whole right now is kind of slow, and the UI is kind of under designed, so I do completely agree with this. Anyway, the next one over here is add BMP2M grenade and a grenade machine gun. Would actually be really interesting, because right now in War Tycoon we do not have any sort of grenades. Like the Javelin right now literally works like a close range grenade, but actual grenades from tanks, we just do not have it. It would be really cool if we do receive a tank like this. It will be very unique. Okay, so next up is a very cool feature such as drifting. By pressing shift while being in vehicle, you'll drift. I feel like we need drifting because it could improve vehicle and it would be cool. Tanks could also drift, so it's pretty cool if it was on tanks too. I really do like this idea, and I feel like just being able to drift on any vehicle in the game would be really cool, but especially with like an effect that the second you guys drift, it makes like this cool sound effect, along with making this like cool smoke going around, etc. I would really love that idea. Okay, so next up over here, redo vehicle skins and setup similar to guns, allowing easier customization, previewing, and a personalization to the vehicles. I feel like just having upgradable vehicles work in like such a similar sense to what we got right here for just the weapons on its own. I would really like this idea, and I feel like we just do not have enough skins in the game. I feel like the skins are kind of all out of date now, and nobody really uses these skins that much. I mean, some are cool, like the black skin and the purple skin. I mean, these two skins are also pretty cool, but they're just starting to get really old. So add a support for steering wheel. I really do love this idea, but I just feel like it wouldn't work that well for War Tycoon, especially for the fact that they would have to add support for something that almost nobody uses in the game, but still a cool idea. Okay, next up, add the V-22 Osprey aircraft function of transporting tanks on cables. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't add such a feature, but I know it's just so easy to implement. I feel like the only problem that would come with this is that whenever something gets transported in the air, the tanks are actually not used to be transported at, like, let's say 300 or 200 miles per hour, and they are only designed for, let's say, maximum speed of 50 to 55, and then once they do go quicker with the planes or helicopters itself, it just wouldn't work out. But I feel like it's just game mechanics into this, but I really would love this idea to be added anyway. Okay, so another feature over here is update the AC-130. Yeah, the AC-130 was really cool after it recently got an update as well by adding flares and etc. But I feel like just adding more features, more weaponry overall will be really cool to actually have for the AC-130, especially for the fact, but I believe the AC-130 should be slightly nerfed in health if it was to receive much more weapons. And I feel like just being able to go inside of the AC-130 and control it from the inside, or even jump out of it from the inside, that'd be really cool. I would love to have it decorated in the middle as well. Okay, so next over here, let us change common rewards in the daily wheel. Like, I don't like these 2 millions. Yeah, once again, 2 millions are pretty much useless in War Tycoon, and for the higher level players, just look how much cash he's got. 2 billion cash. Like, what's the point of getting this 2 mil? Like, you just don't gain anything from this. Please let us choose our rewards. Okay, so next over here is make Speedy Hy hold crates and oil barrels lying down in the back, or fill the back with something else. Yeah, the back is pretty much not filled with anything except like big bags of something, or like big boxes of something. I feel like just being able to attach oil barrels in here Especially with the fact that then it would give people more incentive to actually buy the Speedy Hy Game Pass, because they could actually transport stuff from A to B insanely quickly. Okay, so next up over here is add a radar tower to the base, place sirens and alerts you when a missile strike or airstrike coming to your base. You need to build it to work at Rebirth 5. I really do like this idea, and I feel like the serum once again is very unused now, and it's just not good enough. So just giving us more radar bases in the base itself, or just allowing us to have more base defense, once again something we've been wanting for a long time. Hopefully we do receive it on the new map update. Okay, so next over here is make it so you can put faction emblems on tanks, planes, helicopters, etc. You can also put text on it like models of your faction, kind of like the pic down below. Yeah, that's a really cool idea. That's what militaries actually like to do. They like to do a little bit of coloring slash, I guess, graffiti, I guess we can say, for some tanks or just some vehicles that they like to have. And I really do love this idea. But the problem with this is some people could actually use this in very much inappropriate ways and just write some random toxic slurs on that. I really hope that people wouldn't be using this, and there will be some kind of counter to people not being able to use it. But other than this, it's a cool idea, but again, some people can ruin it. Okay, so the next idea over here that we have here is kind of like adding a door that puts us inside of the middle point, or just letting us escape from our base inside of the Nuk Room. I feel like the Nuk Room is heavily underrated, and it just has so many cool things that could be added in there, and just having another way of transportation from under our base and go somewhere if we are like being camped, it's such a good feature, because right now spawn camping is like such a big thing, and the moderation can just not keep up with this. But just having kind of like a counter to it by being able to go under the map and kind of getting into the midpoint from there would be really cool. Okay, so improved skydiving, cooldown 2 minutes, now it can be launched along the desired trajectory. I really like this design as well, because just being able to kind of launch from any side we want would be good, because right now we are literally just launching from the side of our base, and then it goes in front of like another base, which doesn't really take us exactly where we want. What if I want to get to Alpha? What if I want to be able to get to Fogshot? Would have to dive in the middle of the map literally, and then just slowly go there, and we will probably stop around this place. Like, it just doesn't get the job done as of now. Okay, so the next suggestion over here is modern Russian jet Su-35 SM, better armament than the Su-27, and a radar. That's the difference. Swedish Saab JAS-39 Gripen. I really do like this idea, and I feel like just adding much more modernized jets, or jets flying different regions of the world, would also be really cool, because different jets have different features, and that would actually allow the game to be much more balanced in a sense that some vehicles have specific features, but the others also don't. So it's kind of like Veto, that only 2 vehicles in the game, no, actually 3 vehicles in the game do have Veto right now, but then other than this, no other vehicles have it. So just having like a radar system for some specific vehicles that, let's say, they came from Russia, would also be really cool. But I feel like there's also a better way to balance it. Anyway guys, that's all I have for you all in today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you want to be added into War Tycoon. I really like the ideas for today, and I feel like some of them could really make a huge change to the game, but so far the developers are working hard, listening to us, helping us out. I really do appreciate what they're doing. Anyway, let me know what you want to see in the game, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to smash 500 likes to get another video like this if you like this series, and thank you so much to all my channel members, and I'll see you guys next video. Have a great rest of your day.